All right, so now let's go into some backtesting. Some backtesting results. And we're going to start with our Q-RSI indicator. All right, so this is a very, very simple backtest. Again, we don't have any stop loss or take profit in consideration. We are going long when the indicator is greater than 0, and we're going short when the indicator goes below 0. So, the exit long and go short position really are when the indicator crosses the 0 level from above to below, and again we do the opposite in the other way. So the strategy is always in the market, and basically we are either long or short. And again, this is a very, very simple exercise. So as you can see here, we have the risk on, risk off strategy versus Ethereum. So while Ethereum underperforms for the past 6 months, the strategy actually had a peak of almost 200%, and now is obviously at around 80 or 90% return based on the indicator. So that's like very, very simple, using simply the indicator crossing above 0 or going below 0. So very, very, very simple. Then we have a back test of our RSI, and this one gets a little bit more tricky, but we're going to try and explain how this works. So we have 2 buying conditions, and we are only going long using the indicator. So we go long when we see what we call a pullback entry. So we go long when the RSI is less than 20, at least once in the past 3 days, and today's closing price is above the 5-day simple moving average. The reason why we do that is because we're trying to see a trend reversal. So we're trying to spot a trend reversal. The second condition, which is obviously non-traditional, because typically when you use the traditional RSI, you would short when the RSI is greater than 70. What we do here is we buy because we are looking for an overbought retracement entry. So when the RSI is greater than 90, at least once in the past 3 days, and the closing price has closed above the 5-day simple moving average, then we also enter. There's no stop loss, and the position is sold exactly 10 days after entry. So we keep the position for 10 days. The reason why we do this is because the crypto market is typically a trendy market. So we're trying to use these indicators to potentially understand when there could be a very strong trend that could actually give us an edge. And as you can see, basically in red, we see the price of Bitcoin, and in green, we see the RSI strategy. So this hybrid approach allows the strategy to buy momentum continuation early, buy the retracement for overbought exhaustion. And the idea is, again, is really that if we see a strong trend in the crypto space and a failure to break down, then of course the trend could potentially continue. So by mid-2025, this strategy achieved about 18% cumulative return, while Bitcoin kind of like remained at around 10% with a high volatility and obviously high drawdowns. And the last backtesting is using the direction indicator. Here what we do is we buy if only if we see a signal. So if we see a directional signal and the 5-day simple moving average is greater than the 20-day simple moving average, and then we sell if we see a sell signal in the indicator, and again the 5 SMA is lower than the 20-day SMA. We apply a stop loss of 2%, and we apply a take profit of 10% from entry. And again, here on Ethereum, we see the Ethereum lost about 50% during the period. The strategy returned over almost 20% return. And again, just really simply applying a tight stop loss and a 10% take profit target.